Hello, everyone, and how are you today? So, I'm coming on live because I've been absent for a little bit. So, today you see me by myself, and this week you will see me back with Steve for our usual duo for the wireless. Oh, sorry, for the wireless. Oh, what happened? Sorry, there's a bit of an issue here with Facebook. What's going on? Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, we are live. Whatever happens, I'm not sure. Technical difficulties. It had to happen today. Anyway, so lately on the Wired for Success podcast, we've been talking about codependency between parents and between teenagers. So today I'm going to do my little bit where I tell you a little bit about that and use some of my expertise, especially with EFT tapping, to give you script, whether you are a parent or whether it's for your teenager, to be able to use to break free from codependency. All right. So, do you ever find yourself constantly, checking in on your teen as a parent? You feel like all the time you have to be there and be checking, be seeing what they're doing. And there's this an ability to kind of like let them be reliant on themselves. Or do you find that your teenager is really relying on yourself, relying on you? So if that's the case, that's normal. Every parents would have gone through this. Every teenagers, every children would have gone through this. If you remember this little bit that happened. So when you're a toddler, um, you kind of like rely on your parents to pick you up, to take you from one place to another place, but you see everybody is walking on their own, so you also want to walk on your own, and then you start putting that one step and that other step, second step, third step, and so on and so on. So this is exactly what codependency dependency, independence. I don't know what I'm talking about today. Codependency is about. It's about not having to pick up your child every day. Sorry, not having to pick up your child every day, but actually relying on them to be able to make the steps by themselves. And you, like I was saying, you're not alone in this, So today I'm just going to quickly talk about this. So what are the root cause of this kind of behaviors? Most of the time is fear and anxiety, So when you feel that you're not able to move forward without having everything in control, those kind of things can happen. And also, sometimes it's just the kind of fears that you as a parent have developed, you've not been able to overcome, and then they're kind of transferred to your teenager. So these kind of things can be part of the causes to why there's a lot of codependency, but it could also be due to a lack of boundaries. So boundaries has to also do with values. So I think it goes hand in hand with values. So what are your values, and also what are the values that your teenagers has been developing? So when you look at those, you are able to put your boundaries across, And your teenager should be able as well to put their boundaries across. So this idea that only the parents needs to have boundaries is completely false. The boundary needs to come from the parents and the boundary needs to come from the teenagers. So having a clear understanding of each other's boundaries is what will kind of clear, you know, the dependency, if we can say so. And I think that will create more of like healthy limits on what it is that I can take, what it is that I can't take, why I would like to do this or why I would not like to do this. And I think it creates a clear space of like, okay, this is the parent space, this is the teenager space. And obviously, codependency is a role that you play. It's like you're in a theater and you expect this person to be giving you this thing, whichever it is, thing A. And then the person who's obviously giving you thing A, you're then expecting that you're going to be giving thing B to this person, and so on, but forever, without a limit of time, without a limit of space, and without a limit of environment as well. So in one of the episodes, I think a few weeks ago, we were talking about how um, a mother was still going to her son's house all the time, or the son was still going to the mother's house all the time, whilst he had already moved in with his partner. So you could see clearly that there's a lack of boundaries of space. The codependency is still there, even though the child is over, the over the time that over the years that they should be reliant on their parents for. And obviously a complete lack of boundary. So boundaries, lack of boundaries for each other's space, but also each other's companion and the people. So what can we do in to kind of like reduce these kind of things? I think first would be to kind of like encourage responsibility. Be accountable. Be accountable for what you believe in. Be accountable for what you need to do. Be accountable to, putting the one step and the second step forward. I think that's really important, because when there's a lack of accountability, that's when the boundaries are basically not clear. And when we want to have clear boundaries, what we need to do, or what would be best to do, is to set like clear intentions of things. So, okay, this is what I expect, or this is what is expected. Um, this is what we should not cross. This is what we should enforce. So, for example, if something was happening and you knew that that was crossing the boundaries, boom, what's the responsibility there straight away? And something that we do mention in this podcast over and over and over and over is to practice open and honest communication. That's really important. That's something that, you can't do without. So now I want to give you a little bit of a script for you to go away. So this script is about parents. So parents, if you feel like you have this struggle with codependency, you can use this script. Okay, so take a deep breath. And we start tapping. Even though I worry about my teen, I choose to let go of this fear and trust in the ability to overcome their challenges. Even though I worry about my teen, I choose to let go of this fear and trust in their ability to overcome their own challenges. Even though I worry about my teen, I choose to let go of that fear and trust in their ability to handle any challenges and overcome them on their own. I worry about my teen. They are not always careful. They lack focus, and this worries me. I want to protect them, but I need to let go. I trust their judgment. They're capable and strong. I am letting go of control. Peace and calm is what I invite. Deep breath in and let it all go. Okay, shake your body. All right. So this is a script that parents can use to kind of slowly by slowly move away from, this fear that they're holding. Okay. So now for your teenagers. So teenagers can also benefit from tapping. So this is the way that they will benefit. So I will do the tapping for the teenager here. Yeah. Okay. So even though I feel anxious and I feel insecure, I choose to feel confident and be capable. Even though I feel anxious and insecure, I choose to feel confident and capable. Even though I feel anxious and insecure, I choose to feel confident and be capable. I feel anxious. I'm not sure I can do it. I doubt myself often. And even though I do this, I do believe somehow I am strong and I am capable. I do believe in myself. So I'm going to let go of this fear because I am confident and independent, all in peace and calm. Okay, deep breath. So those are just example of script that you can use. You can use those exact script, or you can use scripts that are more in tune with what you're feeling at the moment where you are in your situation. But those can help as the parent as much as they can help the teenagers. So have a go at it. Let us know if you can work it out. If you need more support, remember that the Wired for Success is made of two coaches and a psychologist. We have the skills and the expertise to be able to guide you if you need more support with your relationship, parental and teenagers. So today, what did we talk about? We talked about, a little bit of the roots. So we didn't go too much into details because, it's such a huge subject that we can't go into everything that is now. But what I want you to take away is look at the roots of what creates your codependency or your teen's codependency. Then think of other strategies you can put in place. So that could be that, but it could also be, that could be what I mentioned, but it could also be things that you know will work to stop a certain behavior. Okay, so just include those in it, and then use tools or use um you know modalities like EFT tapping, or other modalities that can help you to kind of like regulate your emotions. Okay, that will help you to break free from dependency. But remember, it takes time. It takes time, it takes effort. You've got to be patient. And also, you've got to be patient with yourself, with your teen. They've got to be patient as well with themselves and with yourself, the parent. But I feel like every small victories, or every every steps that we make forward are are to be celebrated. So therefore, um, I will leave you at that, and I hope to see you this week for another episode of the Wired for Success podcast. Remember, if you need to get in touch with us, just get in touch with the details that are on the page. Don't actually do put comments. Do put comments, do ask questions, and we'll come back to you with answers. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Take care.